Another great Viva under the belt, another banger.
That was good.
Yeah,
what is all this
stuff? What is this stuff?
Did you give me a bunch of presents, Matt?
Did I get you a bunch of presents? You don't deserve presents. These look like the raffle prizes for the new fundraiser.
These look really good.
Oh, wow, man, look at this stuff.
But this one's full of Criterion stuff.
Oh, we've got some Vinegar Syndrome stuff in here, these cool posters. We've got a cool Zardoz t-shirt, like only the staff has these.
Why is there's a lantern in here?
Why isn't there a lantern in the rest of them?
I love these posters too.
These
Look at this good, the bad, and the ugly poster.
That is sick. But wait a second, though. Wait a second, what's this?
Do you know what that is?
What?
That's Colin Frost's Ruckamasack.
There's something in it.
What the hell? You've made an amazing discovery. It's me, Colin Frost.
What were you doing in there?
I got caught in my own Ruckamasack, but now you've released me.
Oh, jeez, God. Oh.
Okay, so what, are you a genie now? Do we get 3 wishes?
Hell no. I'm straight out of here, cuz.
Hey!
Did Colin Frost just slap your ass, say hell nah, and leave?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but I think he just stole my keys. We can't lock up the store.
You'll find the key to happiness is inside.
Is he a genie?
I don't know.
I mean, thank God, because I thought this was about to be some 3,000 years of longing bit.
What the hell is that thing?
Oh, this thing? It's my new TikTok watch. It turns everything into little streaming 8-second videos. It's basically everything I could ever want on the watch.
That seems like hell. I have a really nice 4K setup at home, and all I do is watch 35mm print scans of my 6 favorite movies. I don't have time for anything else.
It's like an 8-ball of entertainment made streamed right into my eye veins.
Look inside!
Oh, God. Put that thing away! We gotta find those keys, or we'll never be able to lock up the store. Maybe I just dropped them somewhere. Let's go explore and see if we can find them.
We probably dropped them.
was forced by her stepmother to
We
marry
better find these keys fast. I've gotta get home to watch the Alien 3 assembly.
I only have time to watch 40 more videos
the
tonight.
man she was supposed to marry.
Scarecrow Video is the home of one of the largest video collections in the world. Over 46,000 different titles from 100 major countries and 400 directors. From the films of Fritz Lang, Werner Herzog, and John Woo to silence, classics, science fiction, horror, drama, comedy, and the arts. If it's on video, Scarecrow has it, or we'll try real hard to get it. Rentals and sales. Scarecrow Video is home to movie lovers worldwide 7 days a week at 50th and Roosevelt and at scarecrow.com.
We've got wings. Hot and spicy, cool and creamy, hard and salty, just how you like it. Oh, we've got wings. But who doesn't? Have you ever tried the chicken knee? McQuiggins, it's always something.
We're never gonna find these keys.
So do you think you dropped them, or he might have taken them?
No. Colin, you know Colin. Who knows what he did with them?
Frost, man. Do you think you just lost him? Do you think you grabbed him?
I don't know. I just want to get out of here before McGuigan's closes.
I know, man. The traffic over there is crazy. And how are we supposed to find keys? There's over 145,000 movies in here.
It could be anywhere.
It's like a needle in the haystack.
Emily, what? Jesus Christ.
Jeez, I didn't realize. I thought you were good. I didn't know where you went.
A lot of movies for sale.
Yeah, but no keys.
Keys. Oh, look. Cats.
Huh.
Wish I had one called Keys. You find them yet?
No, but I got a Diet Coke.
Where'd you get a Diet Coke?
They're in the back. Do you want one?
No, I hate Diet Coke.
Well, I hate that you lost your keys.
Here I am.
No luck, huh?
No, I'll find you anyway. We ain't found shit. Remember that guy in Spaceballs?
I hate Spaceballs.
Me too. All right.
I'm not seeing him anywhere.
I know, me neither.
Do you think we should split up?
Yeah, I think we should split up.
All right, let's split up.
Oi! Hey, friendo! It's me, Colin Froth, and I've got a little bit of intel for you. This isn't an amazing electronic discovery, it's something a little special. You see, I figured out Scarecrow's secret code. Just donate $50 dues and then enter Scarecrow Night.
The Scarecrow Night.
You get into the big raffle, the big one. Don't say old Colin never did nothing for you.
Una mas, por favor. 2-Pound Taco Tuesdays introduces the enlarged margarita. Buenas noches, pendejo. Soy McGuigan's.
Stupid! I'm always losing my keys. I gotta find them in all this crap. Why do we have too many movies? Oh, McGuigan's is gonna close before we get there. Never gonna get my Southwestern egg rolls now. Ridiculous. Maybe it's in Psycho.
Man, I can't believe Matt lost his keys again. We're gonna be late to McGuigan's. We're never gonna be able to find anything in this store because it's all full of movies. Could it be in the comedy room? That would be a laugh. I don't think so. Hey, are you local filmmaker Wes Hurley?
Yes, I am.
How did you get in here?
Well, I have my movies in here. It's a local Seattle filmmaker section, and if you have a movie in here, you can just hang out here.
Whenever you want?
Whenever I want. It's like being a wizard.
Wow. So you're in the local film section. What kinds of things are you finding in there?
That's right. Well, I found Gory Gory Hallelujah, which is an amazing kind of psychotronic comedy by Sue Cochran.
This is a bad scene. It ought to be against the goddamn law. I wish I had me a Molotov cocktail. I'd clear this place out.
There's In-Laws, Outlaws.
The dance you dance with sighs and glances. You dance to enhance your chances.
By Drew Emery, which is a really cool documentary on marriage equality from early 2000s.
Oh, cool.
We volunteer, we're good people, we've done hard work in our relationship just like everybody else has, and yet we still can't have that.
I don't believe that we should legalize gay marriages.
The word itself is protective. Everybody understands it. Insurance companies, doctors, funeral directors. Anywhere you travel, people understand that you're family if you're married.
And here's my own movie, Potato Dreams of America.
Potato Dreams of America. What's this one about?
It's about my mom, who was a mail-order bride, and me coming to the States in the 90s, Seattle.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's kind of a wild autobiographical comedy.
And he tells those stuck-up salesmen to spoil her. Treat her like a queen.
That store where she got kicked out for being a hooker?
Yeah.
If I was her, I'd say big mistake. Big mistake. I got money, bitches.
Okay, tell me one thing. Does he marry her at the end?
Let her finish telling the movie.
It's not a happy ending. I don't want to hear the rest.
Of course he marries her. It's an American movie.
Aww. I wish I was a hooker in America. Don't we all?
There's also things I've never seen, like Firing Pintails from the Action File, which I always wanted to see.
What's that one?
I have no idea. But the great thing is that in Scarecrow, like, you can find so much stuff that you've never seen anywhere else. It's so many rare films that are not preserved anywhere else, and it's always like discovering treasures whenever I come here. Yeah, I'm excited about VHSs especially, because I feel like those movies, some of them have never been released on anything else since, so
yeah,
it's the only way to see them.
Do you remember the first time you came to Scarecrow?
Yes, I was 16 years old. My stepfather said this was like the biggest video store in the country, if not the world, and so we came here as a family. It was so exciting. It's so big. There's so many like subsections that you don't see in regular video stores.
Yeah.
Like Vikings, I'm looking over there, and Peplum, which is a genre I like very much myself.
What's one of the favorite things you've rented here?
I have rented a lot of cool old Gladiator movies here that are not available anywhere else, and I find them on VHS, and I still have my VHS player, and then I will even pay the deposit fee because
yes.
I believe in those.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that if it's gone, it's gone. So putting down the deposit is worth it, though, for a lot of these gems.
Yeah, and what I like a lot about those VHS tapes is like the artwork is amazing.
Oh, for
You can't see it anywhere. Like, for example, this.
Holy, Jesus Christ.
It's called Pangea's Brood.
Well, that's certainly something.
And I will rent it now because again, the artwork.
Well, Wes, I mean, since you're a filmmaker wizard or whatever, I guess it's fine. You can just take them with you.
It's true. Kazoo!
Where'd he go? I guess he is a wizard. This night's weird.
Hey, are you Bao Tran who directed The Paper Tigers?
Yes I am.
1, 2, 3.
No more challenges. Kung Fu without honor. It's just fighting.
3 tigers, baby.
Yeah. That's right. How's that taste, old man?
What are you doing here?
Well, I have a movie on the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
You rent some movies there? What do you got?
Yes, of course. I've got some inspirational movies that I had when I was making my film. This is Koryun's Fong Soyuk with Jet Li.
He just got his own director's section.
I'm amazed. Yeah. Thank you. I'm so glad that we have the section, well deserved. First time I met him, I had a lot of questions. He sat me down and opened this movie and broke it down. There's a famous scene where they fight on top of people's heads.
Yeah.
And I got a full master class.
That's amazing.
This This was a big inspiration. Shaun of the Dead was a big inspiration for making the Paper Tigers.
How come?
Well, what they seem to do for this genre of horror comedies is something that we want to do for kung fu comedies or even kung fu movies in general.
Ensure all residences are secure with all doors and windows firmly locked and barricaded. Police
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, he's got armor! Get him!
It just felt like it felt really free, and it felt really loyal at the same time. And that's something that we want to do that was loving to the genre, but also wanted to kind of break it apart as well. So this was just such a fun...
It's one of the first movies I ever saw when I moved here. That had just come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
What memories?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I heard it, this was strict word of mouth. Because someone goes, you need to see this rom-zom-com. And I was like, what does that mean? I didn't even understand what that could even...
Yeah.
And
we were so excited to check it out when it came out.
Amazing.
Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, girl.
So, tell me how The Big Chill was an inspiration for a martial arts movie.
Yes, well, for the Paper Tigers, it's about these three guys who had a deep history together growing up, and they become reunited due to unforeseen circumstances. Their master who's died, and they've got beef. They've got issues with each other, but they still have love for each other. So Big Chill was like that vibe that I really wanted. Obviously, it's a baby boomer 80s thing, but it's the same vibe of these people who clearly loved each other at one time, and maybe now not so much, or maybe different ways.
Ways. Don't tell us how we feel, okay?
That's it. That's all I'm saying. If I hate my life, that's my problem. Too bad you went around to comfort Alex just as compassionately.
Hey, Nick. And we go back a long way. And I'm not gonna piss that away because you're higher than a kite.
Wrong. A long time ago, we knew each other for a short period. You don't know anything about me.
It's just I love the vibe. And,
I love that.
And it's just the characters are so fun.
It does really come through in your film.
Yes, thank you.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's just that was a seminal memory of having that type of reunion. Even as I was growing up, I didn't even know what a reunion was, and then that gave me a reference of what a reunion could look like.
That's awesome.
I found him.
Oh, God, it must have been awful.
It was a real mess.
So what are you going to do now?
Oh, we cleaned it up.
And then this one, we have Peking Opera Blues.
This is a great movie.
Yes, by the director Choi Hak. And he's an interesting guy because I just did some research on him. I did a talk recently, and he was born in Vietnam, actually. He's Chinese by ethnicity, but he was born in Vietnam. And he went to UT Austin for film school. So he studied abroad, if you will, and studied American filmmaking. And he went to New York to also spend some time in the Chinese community there and did a documentary on the Chinese, I guess you could say, prejudice that they were dealing with. So, and then he went to Hong Kong. So he had almost this mindset of like this Asian American experience, which I didn't connect until until I started doing that deep dive on research, because you think of these guys as just Hong Kong directors and they're out there doing their thing, but in a way he's an Asian American director.
Yeah.
And that's something that, now I'm interested to look at his work again and see that perspective, because all of this Chinese history is almost from an outsider's perspective as well. So.
Certainly, he was one of the early Hong Kong filmmakers of that period to bring a more Western sensibility to his action filmmaking.
Yes, exactly. So it's just a unique type of thing, and then maybe just kind of like how all roads cross together that we thought, but it's actually much more overlap. So yeah.
等我搜佢。係。佢身上冇嘢。
This is interesting. This is 3 seasons by the director Tony Boy. I recently came back from Vietnam. I was at at a film festival out there, and I was noticing that there were certain films that weren't quite available due to government policies and permits and structures and whatnot. Basically, this film is probably the most well-known, I would say, Vietnamese film that was made, and it still hasn't had a release inside of Vietnam.
Oh, so even more than, like, say, Ciclo or Vertical Ray of the Sun?
I mean, in my opinion, and it's just in terms of when it came out and the type of splashdown it had, especially premiering at Sundance, being on the short list for all these awards seasons, it was just such a film that kind of like put a sense that this is a Vietnamese-American filmmaker, Tony Bui, who could make a movie about Vietnam and about his experience of Vietnam. And that's where I think it kind of resonates in that sense. But just the idea that overall, that this film is available here and not available in the country that it was made in is such a weird, mind-boggling thing, but in a way puts in my mind of the incredible treasure that we have here is just be able to see the movies that we want to, when we want to, and understand our privilege and rights that we have here to be able to see stuff like that, whereas a lot of countries aren't even able to see these films.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well said. Let me ask you a question. Before I make my way, I'm looking for my keys.
Oh, you should.
You've made a martial arts film. You've talked about some martial arts films that inspired you. You're probably sick of talking about martial arts films, but I gotta ask you, you've got this resource here that has all these movies that like you say, people don't always have access to. And there's also, you talked a little bit about what, like, sort of stigmas about what people think of when they think of a martial arts movie. And I think for a lot of people that's very simple. It's like fighting, a lot of people think that they're sort of intrinsically a little bit cartoonish. But what do you think of? What makes a great martial arts movie for you? Is it just fighting? Is it something more cultural? Is it something more sort of intrinsic to the genre?
Yeah, I think it's a double-edged sword, because I think the fact that it can be so schlocky and so cheaply done and yet still make some money, it's like the power of what action movies are and just the power of cinema and movement and all those things. So I think it's the other side that I want to like lean on, where that we have great action and a great story and all these things can come together and serve, like Peking Opera Blues or Shaun of the Dead, like everything that serves the story and where action and all the excitement is all tied up to that.
Yeah, I love that. I like the more spiritual aspects when the story is, like, elements of the story, ideas in the story are brought out in the style of the martial arts themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very cool. And I think your movie did that really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I got to go find my keys.
You go find your keys.
So, have fun browsing, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.
You will.
Okay, thanks.
Because I have a movie on the shelf.
Yeah, I'm finding out all about that tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Viva Physical Media Special, A Night at the Video Store. Thanks for being supporters of Scarecrow. Thanks for supporting the YouTube channel. You're probably wondering what this stuff is. If you're watching earlier in the special, you saw Emalie going through some of this stuff. These are swag bags, and for a $50 donation, you can enter yourself in a raffle to get one of these swag bags. We've got 5 different themed ones, and they all have a bunch of different goodies in them. First, you get a tote bag, you get a poster, you get a couple of DVDs, and there's a t-shirt inside, and they're all different themes. There's a horror themed one, here's one with some Criterion swag, here's one with some Vinegar Syndrome swag, Westerns, martial arts, like this martial arts one has a cool copy of The Postman Fights Back. That's a great movie. The Criterion one has After Hours inside it. They've got t-shirts, they've got goodies, like this has a collapsible lantern, which you all need. And it's got like a Scarecrow or a Criterion t-shirt here, pretty cool. And so what you need to do is, if you want to donate and enter the raffle to get one of these bags, donate. The link will be at the bottom of the screen or under the comments in this YouTube video. There will be a special code you can enter in the notes field, Scarecrow Night, and you have until the end of June to get those donations in, and the winner will be announced shortly thereafter on the next episode of Viva Physical Media.
Batter up. Take yourself out to the ball game with our regulation 12-inch chili chowstick bat. Home runs guaranteed. Wiggins.
Wait a minute. Tommy, is that you?
Cut the crap. What is this about?
French silence.
That sounds like something he'd say. What do we got?
Okay, so we're going to talk about French silent cinema.
My favorite.
The most popular kind of cinema.
It's true.
But instead of looking in the French silent section, we're starting in the early cinema section because the journey of this section is going to be branching out into lots of other sections, which I think is one of the great things about Scarecrow. No section is really discrete. They all have their little tendrils connecting into each other. But for French silent cinema, we're going back to really like the earliest cinema that exists. Okay, the movies begin one. That's where the movies begin.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's 1895, and the images move, and it happens in France. The two strands of early French silent cinema, as they're usually posed, is Lumiere, which is, you know, a static camera, in actuality, as they call it, just recording life with a moving image. And counterposed to that is Georges Méliès, using the cinema apparatus to create, you know, fantastical things. The Voyage to the Moon, of course, is the most famous thing on here. But this is a great set. There's like hours and hours of shit on here. Really only bringing these up as the foundation. We're talking here about the dialectical synthesis of Lumiere and Méliès into the figure of Louis Fouillade, director of Les Vampires.
Incredible.
Great.
He was actually all over the place, just in the teens, into the 20s, but mostly in the teens, doing short subjects on literally anything. But what he's known for, what he's remembered for, are these great serials. Super criminal in nature, characters like Fantomas, or Irma Vep, or the cop superhero, Judex, or Timin, the damsel in distress. So these are serials that we were not conceived of as like totalities of narrative. They're just things that would happen, and then they would make another one, and more things would happen. But I think what's like so fascinating about these movies, and why they are a dialectical synthesis of Lumiere and Méliès, is that they don't, you know, create fantastical environments like the moon or under the sea, but within a very static framing with a carefully orchestrated blocking and the introduction of suspense and crazy things like policemen's boxes and heads and these criminal gangs where anyone could be a member of the gang and any item could be poison and any doorway could open into another
secret tunnels.
And out the window is the escape into the underground lair. So it's these like totally malleable worlds where the Paris of the 19-teens, just like, you know, dozens of miles away from the front lines of World War I, were sort of experiencing this abrasive shock of modernity. And it expresses itself in cinema as these criminal stories of these insane masterminds who do all these great planning.
And I should put that like Eric Wareheim mind-exploding gif here.
Wait, why are we crouching?
Yeah, it hurts.
Stand up.
The DNA of these movies stretches through all of cinema up until now in a major way. The most sort of obvious influences, Fritz Lang, Alfred Hitchcock, the silent serials of the American 30s and 40s of William Whitney and John English. But also there's this sort of the surrealist quality that comes through. Well, for one, it influenced the other surrealists who were watching this stuff at the time. They loved watching these. But, you know, filmmakers like Jacques Rivette or Jean Roland or even Jess Franco, like there's a lot of...
You can draw a straight line between Les Vampires and Out One.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's almost like a remake of the damn thing. All the way up through a film which I know we both share an affection for, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
I think that's Christopher Nolan's by far most Fouillardian movie.
Absolutely.
Good night, Mr. Wayne.
So talking about the great works of Louis Fouillard is why I wanted to choose this section. But there are other things to look at. I'll just note that it's very exciting that you can see Team Min now. For forever, this was impossible to see.
Really?
I first watched this, there was like... It's supposed to be about 8 hours, 6.5 hours long. And I watched like a version that was the complete film but ran for like 4 hours on YouTube because the frame rate was off and it was like from a VHS and none of the intertitles were translated. But I was like, I'm committed. I'm going to look at this.
I've never seen that one.
This Blu-ray is beautiful.
Yeah.
It takes it out of the urban setting and brings it into like this beachfront. And it's centered around this like Indo-Chinese woman named T Min who keeps getting kidnapped and having her memory erased. Damn. So it has this completely like dream-like just forgetting quality. It's like the beach and the same thing just keeps happening over and over.
That's amazing.
It's great.
You know, not a lot of people make it up here into this room or into this corner of the room, which sucks because there's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of Fouillard's like hidden underground tunnels or secret doorways.
Yeah, we're at the center of the labyrinth up here.
Have you seen Matt's keys while you've been up here?
Those are long gone. You know, a few other things to pull off the shelf here before we go. Jacques Feder, one of the great directors of, you know, poetic realism in French silent cinema. You can't leave this section without a little bit of Marcel L'Herbier, you know, sort of avant-gardists of French silent cinema who actually got huge budgets behind him and just didn't do, you know, little things like Man Ray or something, but it's giant studio productions. So I think the one that kind of broke him out was L'Inhumane. Just an insane mega production with these like Art Deco Dadaist influences and, you know, working with the forefront of Parisian designers and composers and architects and stuff to just make this like radically modern movie. In this one, he's collaborating with Luigi Pirandello, the writer, to great effect. And then, but his best film is his last silent film, L'Argent. Nothing like the Bresson film L'Argent, but yet another great, you know, collaboration with many of the most adventurous artists of his time. So there's all these three great Flickr Alley editions of these, well worth checking out. So while you're all the way up here, back in this corner, if you want more French silent stuff, definitely in the early cinema, there's some great collections. Emile Cole, really cool surrealist animator. But the experimental film section, hidden away back here, is really one of the best sections of the store for all eras, all types of experimental filmmaking. Definitely, if the first volume of this one was in avant-garde from Kino, that would have like Marcel Duchamp films on there, I think. What else? The Pearl by Germaine Dulac. I don't know. This one I'm sure is very good as well. Oh,
have it all.
Nothing to do with French silence, but this one has Tomatoes Another Day. Have you ever seen that?
I have.
It's like Tim and Eric, Andy Kaufman, anti-comedy in 1930 about how stupid early sound films are. Take that. And then anyways, if you want more French silent stuff, you got to go down to the director's section. You've got Duvivier, René Clair, Jean Vigo, early Jean Renoir. You've got, who else? Well, Abel Gance. That if you're going to go hit one French silent director downstairs, go to Abel Gance. 3 towering, huge movies that have to be, taken in all at once. The first one, J'accuse, his World War I anti-war epic. But then after that, La Rue, which is this like 8-hour movie about a disgruntled French train worker who falls madly in love with his adopted daughter, and it leads to madness and horror.
That sounds tragic.
It's very good.
And then there's
then
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah. Which is getting a new restoration.
A new restoration, maybe.
Will that be at the Beacon?
We'll rent out the Cinerama and do it there.
Okay. Well, thanks, Tommy. We've got to go. We've still got to find my keys. So we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello everyone, I'm Greg. I'm the Special Events Coordinator at Scarecrow, and I want to talk to you a little bit about memberships. Memberships help a bunch of our programs here, a lot of which I'm a part of. That includes things like silver screeners that are off-site, and also our virtual programming like Scarecrow Academy and the Zeitgeist sessions. So each level membership, you get special 2-for-1 days, and you also get a free screening each month. And the in-person screenings tend to be derived from the Criterion and Kino catalogs. So some really good movies there. In the past, we've shown things like the Three Colors trilogy and also Blood Simple. And so super easy to become a member. You can either do it online or you can do it in the store. And again, that really helps out our programs and also gives you a little bit of a benefit as well. Thanks for helping to support us. And with your support, we can survive for 10 more years if you believe.
I raise my right hand and swear on a hot griddle. The McGuigan's 24-hour breakfast pledge means exactly what you think it means. No matter what hour of the day, you can enjoy our behemoth platter, the inside-out bagel sandwich, or a hot tray of our breakfast slurry. Not satisfied? Dive right into our chicken fried steak and bottomless mashed potato gravy well. McGuigan's, your breakfast, our way.
Check over my office.
No, I haven't checked there yet.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Okay. Jazz and Chase from Unstreamable?
What are you guys doing here?
We've always been here.
Jazz and Chase from Unstreamable. We're here in the LGBTQ section in the drama room. What the hell are we doing here?
What are we
doing here? Yeah.
We're looking at gay movies and lesbian movies and bi movies and
Trans movies and queer movies.
And we come in here a lot for personal reasons, but also because there are a lot of good things. There's more than just, I mean, there's funny names in here. Dyke TV is good.
I've watched it. It's actually
name,
really good.
But
yeah.
great name. Or there was something that was like pornography, a thriller over there.
Right. Yeah. So there's really, it runs the gamut of like movies. Yeah. There's a huge genre kind of spread here. So we have a couple of recommendations.
I think we should start with the biggest one.
Well, okay. I know that everyone has been wanting to do the L Word rewatch.
Girls in tight dresses who drag with mustaches. Chicks driving fast ingenues with long lashes.
Or maybe first time watch. And a lot of people have a lot of feelings about the L Word. I'm one of them, but I think it's essential for everyone to see.
And love.
Especially if you're in the acronym. It is a dedicated watch. You will be angry, you will be horny, you will be upset again, but I think it's...
I don't have to watch any TV show to feel those feelings.
Well, yeah, there you go. But there's a nice 4 discs to get into.
And this box is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. So come in here, get that.
We got it here.
Is that the whole show?
No, this is just the season 1. There's 6. There's 6 seasons. The 6th one is the most controversial.
Hello.
What? You are just so gay. So gay.
I know.
This movie, Parting Glances, I like. It has Steve Buscemi in a gay movie in the early 90s, and the Seattle Times called it the best movie ever made about gays in the United States.
Jeez.
Which...
Is that true?
I think might be true. At the time. I don't know if it's still true, but I don't know. But Bill Sherwood directed it, and he's fantastic, but he died shortly after this, so...
He went out on a good note.
Parting Glances is really good.
Yeah. Always leave him wanting more.
Exactly.
I'll never understand how you fell for that geek. I mean, the guy looks like a fucking Ken doll. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
And I'm just going on to Longtime Companion. Another HIV-related movie. It's the first mainstream movie to be made about the HIV crisis, and it's really sad, but good.
The Crystal Room is proud to present the club debut of America's new recording stars, The Dreams!
Every man has his own special dream, and your dream's just about to come true.
And then my second recommendation is this gay romantic comedy called Trick. It's about 2 guys who like meet each other trying to have like a hot one-night stand, but they both have like roommates.
Why are you here?
I left 3 messages. I'm using your computer updating my resume.
Oh.
So they're trying to find a place to have sex in New York City. And I mean, it's gay, it's about romance, but to me it's really about like the housing crisis among like queer young people and, you know, how we just don't really have a space for ourselves. It's a fun watch. It's 90 minutes. Tori Spelling's in it.
You want some? Yeah.
So if you just want something that's kind of light and airy and gay, I think this is probably will do it for you.
Love the cover of that too.
Right?
It's very 90s.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah, you could also just browse the covers and, you know, don't mock them unless you're a part of the acronym. But
right, exactly.
If you're a part of the acronym, you can definitely mock them.
Well, we still gotta find these keys.
You guys want to help?
Yeah, we're so down to help.
All right,
Cool.
let's go.
I love helping.
Let's go.
Crispy skin and bursting insides, nothing drips joy like an egg roll. Pop them in raw or enjoy them submerged in our duck fat scallion confit. Just one more way to lubricate the throat coaster to the place in your gut called McWiggins.
Jazz, thanks for helping us look for the keys.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Oh,
Wow, what's in here?
Don't go in there. That's the murder hallway. You don't want to go in there.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh, blaxploitation.
Oh, you like blaxploitation?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite sections.
Oh, same. Yeah. What do you like in here? What's good?
Let's see. I have to come over here a lot for Unstreamable, and one of my favorite ones is the spook who sat by the door.
Wow, this movie's amazing.
Repeat after me. I do hereby swear.
Famously repressed by the CIA, apparently.
Yes.
But it's about a former black CIA agent that uses all of his government info to organize black folks to participate in the revolution against white people, and it's fantastic.
You really want to mess with Whitey? But I can show you how. I can show you how.
It's unstreamable. It's actually pretty hard to find, and so I'm glad that Scarecrow has this readily available for everyone to watch, because I think everyone should see it. And my other favorite one is Abby. It is literally just Black Exorcist. I watched this a couple Halloweens ago, and it's so dramatic, it's so kind of gory, but Abby slays, like literally.
And I'm going to get your ass.
If you want blaxploitation, you want a genre film, Abby is the way to go. It's also unstreamable, so one of the only copies you can get. So.
I think a lot of people forget that within blaxploitation, it's not just crime movies or like
Totally.
Afros and Karate Kicks. There's all kinds of different films that sort of fall under that umbrella.
Yeah, it's a really diverse genre, and it's really fun to watch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go look for these keys.
Great.
You know, you're right. Matt was probably in here.
There's a lot of stuff in here. Some of it alarming. Maybe something for every taste. Oh, actually, while we're in here, I do really like the pink film section, which is a sort of like genre of independent Japanese pornographic films. It can be kind of wide-ranging. Some of it can be like scary, like it can be like a erotic thriller that maybe you don't want to watch. Some of it's like a comedy though. And one film I really like is called Underwater Love, which is a more contemporary pink film, and it was actually shot by Christopher Doyle. So it's like kind of like really beautiful, but it's about a woman who gets sexually entwined with a kappa, which is like a Japanese like kind of turtle mythical creature. It's not exactly a turtle, it's creepier than a turtle. And it's a full-blown musical done by
it's a musical.
It's a full musical. They like sing and dance and talk about like fucking kappas, which is very unique. The music's done by Stereo Total, which is a German band, and they're great. So
This is another section in the store that I feel like people may overlook.
yeah, I mean, I can see people being intimidated
I can
to
see
come
why.
in here, but I mean, it's whatever. Like, as long as you're 18 or older, this is not a scary room. And there's actually a lot of different stuff. Obviously, there's just straight pornography, but there's also like a lot of different types of pornography that are more artful that I think most of us don't have any familiarity with because it's not really online.
Right. And a lot of sexploitation stuff from like the 70s that is just kind of hidden in this room that people should come and check out.
Yes.
カッパじゃん。
すいません。
へえ、お久しぶりだよ、カッパと会うのは。子供の時以来。さあ、しよう。
Cool.
Well, we should keep looking for the keys.
We should.
Got a minor predicament? We've got a major solution. We offer over 150 non-alcoholic kids brews, as well as a selection of faux double malt scotch that will please even the most discerning young palates. Indulge their fantasies, only at McGuigan's. Ladies, step into our Pussyfur Lounge for an adult aperitif. Specialty George Clooney tequila spritzers pre-poured by the Silver Clunhound himself, and bottomless gazpacho to cool the fires down below. Ladies love McGuigan's. Don't worry, Daddy. The slop shop's open too. Try a cup of Joe, Sloppy Joe, or a sardine shooter. Our 5-inch girth bifolded naked cheesesteak, it ain't got none because we don't like buns. We never got to say goodbye. We miss you, Dad. McGuigan's.
And his life eternally.
Did you guys find the keys?
Not yet.
Hey.
Hey.
What did you find back here?
Rock musicals, actually. I'm not really a musicals person, but I keep finding myself drawn to films here. And there's so many of them. But one of my favorites is Get Crazy.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's really great. It's actually a New Year's Eve film, which is a really kind of fun genre.
Yeah.
And really the only thing that you need to know is that Malcolm McDowell's in it.
Yeah, I'm fine, mate, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm fine, mate, yeah. I'm just going for a pee.
And Lou Reed is in it. And Lou Reed plays a song in it that is fantastic that I've never heard before. But it's a really fun kind of chaotic vibe about music, about growing up, about high school, about the new year.
I feel like it wasn't available to watch that easily for a long time.
Yeah, this is also an Unstreamable film, which
Yeah.
got a great restoration recently, actually, by Kino Lorber, I believe. But it's just a kind of really fun New Year's Eve film that's just kind of vibes-based. But I think everyone needs a vibes-based film every now and then. And rock music.
Also, while we're in this section, I just want to shout out the classical music section, which I don't know why I was drawn here, but somehow I was just like, oh, there's composers, and I could find something relaxing. And then I just found this big one of Leonard Bernstein's Young People's Concerts. And this is like the best thing to relax me I've ever found. Like, I could put it on, I could vacuum, but importantly, it's just a bunch of really amazing young people's concerts from like the 60s that were live on CBS that are directed by Leonard Bernstein, and he's just talking about like what is music and like what is a harmony, and it's like very life affirming.
Then what makes it so exciting? Well, there are a million reasons. But they're all musical reasons. That's the main point. For instance, take the rhythm, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, which is like the rhythm of galloping horses.
And there's a lot of them, so.
Sounds amazing.
I love these. And there's a bunch of Leonard Bernstein stuff. And then Lydia Tarr in Tar watches one of these at the end of the movie.
Yes.
And she like almost cries, or does cry, I forget, but it's her like emotional catharsis.
A nice
moment.
lady.
A nice lady. A nice lady, Lydia Tarr. A nicer man, Leonard Bernstein.
Thanks for trying to help us find the keys.
Of course, yeah, anytime.
Good luck.
Good luck.
We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Hey people, it's me, Alf. And you may wonder why they've asked me, of all people, to sell you a t-shirt, being as I am most famously nude. People assume this is my natural state, but for many years I've been protesting. You see, I won't put on clothes until the world ends suffering, famine, and all the various forms of war. You see, that's what destroyed my home planet, Melmac. And I've come here today to ask you to buy a t-shirt like this to help support Scarecrow and keep it from going the way of Melmac. $150 gets you one of these beauties. Just donate the usual way and tell them Alf sent you. No nude photos, please. Potato skins with real turtle meat? Pop-eyed poppers? More wine with your cheese? Tarp night? We're not fucking around anymore at McWiggins.
Why is it all dark in the documentary room?
Something's going on in politics.
You can say that again.
I am not a crook.
What?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Oh,
Well, shit. 7 years ago.
Read my lips.
I don't want to know what's going on.
Joel?
Y'all think I'm licked.
Oh man, what a night. I still haven't found my keys. I really want to find them and get out of here so we can get some jalapeno shooters at McWiggins.
That would hit so
That would
hard
hit.
right now.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Emalie and Matt.
Award-winning filmmaker Megan Griffiths, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, I'm just pulling some movies to watch for a movie that reference movies for something I made about 10 years ago.
That makes perfect sense.
Totally, right? That's
Yeah.
what you do.
What movie?
Well, these were movies that I looked at for The Night Stalker. So, you know, we got Lou Diamond Phillips, who was in that.
A
We
wonderful
got
man.
Silence of the Lambs, because it's the gold standard for serial killer movies. Zodiac, also a great serial killer film. Dead Man Walking, great prison movie. Most of that movie took place in the prison, the one I made. And then I have Into the Night, To Live and Die in LA, and Valley Girl, which were all 1985 LA.
Picaresque.
Yeah, reference points.
I love Into the Night specifically. That is a great movie.
This is actually a good bundle of movies to rent, even if you're not
That's just a
researching
good
your
marathon.
own serial killer movie. Yeah.
I just watched La Bamba for the first time in maybe 20 years because Criterion put it out, and man, that movie is great.
Yeah, you talked about it on Viva.
We did talk about it on our show, Viva Physical Media, which you can watch on YouTube right now. So do you often come to Scarecrow to do research for works that you're prepping? How's that helped you out?
Well, it's good when you're trying to get on the same page with your cinematographer, your production designer, because you can, to be able to look at something and just sort of pause the frame and say, that is what we want or that is what we don't want. It's so much better than talking in sort of theory and words. So often, I'll just come up with a list. I'll have them come up with a list. We'll come rent a bunch of stuff. And then our trick is just to go watch it, with the mute button and on double time. So we are only looking at aesthetic things.
Soak it in.
Yeah, don't get caught up in the whole storyline thing.
That's awesome. So it's really cool that we've been able to be such a great resource for filmmakers all over the place, especially locally, though.
Yeah, I don't think I am the only one who's come up with this way of doing prep work. So I think probably I am one of many who use it for that purpose.
But I mean, here you can get stuff that, there's nothing we can't get you here. So.
Totally. I don't think I've ever come in and said, I really have this perfect reference, and it hasn't just been ready for me.
Well, we need to get a copy of Night Stalker in here.
I know. That's the one missing piece. What if
know.
someone wants to use it as a reference because it's so beautifully shot?
Well, we need to get them to make a DVD of it.
I know. Let's work on that part.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd do to you outside of these walls? You have no idea. What do you do with your hate and anger?
Have you happened to see a pair of keys anywhere? A pair of keys, a bundle of keys.
I haven't seen that. There's a movie called A Pair of Keys? I don't know if I've seen that on the show.
Like actual keys. We're kind of trying to get out of here so we can go to McGuigan's.
I haven't run across those. Okay, no, sorry, I can't help you with that.
All right.
Well, thanks anyway. It was nice to see you.
Likewise.
And good luck prepping your 10-year-old movie.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope it turns out okay.
Okay, bye, Megan.
Bye, you guys.
What a nice lady, huh?
Shots, shots, shots. 4-alarm Barbasol tongue shaves, flamin' squirties, and our signature thermite drop in a goblet of Everclear. Set your night on fire at McGuigan's.
I feel like we're almost back where we started.
I know, this is like all one topsy-turvy game.
This place is a mess.
Playing with our minds.
Too many movies.
Too many movies. Not enough keys.
Well, we're back where we started and we have nothing to show for it.
I don't know. I feel reinvigorated.
I mean, I had a great time exploring the store with you, but I wish I had my keys back.
I knew it was some sort of genie thing. So cough them up, Froth. We know you have them.
Oh, I don't have the keys. I just thought we were here to be chumbies. I'm stuck here too. I just, wanted to have some chumbies, some pals, some buddies, maybe hang out, play some board games, maybe a little manicure, some other... Come on, my friends. What? Hang out with old Colin. What's this stuff?
Hey, Colin. Is this your Rookama sack?
You know what, Matt? This e-watch was an amazing electronic discovery. I just don't think I need it anymore.
Ooh, what's that gadget? Let me have a look-see. Ooh, let me get in there. Ah! Oh man, that's a wonderful looking gadget. Is that called a baby on it? Oh my god, that looks amazing. What a piece of technology.
You got him?
I'm in here.
I think we got
I'm in here. I can't get out of here. Oh, this gadget's great though. Amazing. Ah!
We got him. Oh my gosh. I forgot that you let me borrow your keys.
All right, well, the sun's coming up, so at least we get to go home. Come on.
Finally. Oh my gosh.
Man, it is. It's daylight. We gotta get out of here.
Could you help me find the movies of Judi Dench?
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.